Welcome back to our Chem 152 video series. In this video, we'll mix together two solutions and try to determine if we do make a precipitate or don't. This problem gives us two solutions. One solution of CaNO32 and another solution of NaF, and we are asked to predict if we'll get a precipitate or not. We are also given the KSP of CaF2. This KSP is the best place to start. We'll begin by writing the equation for CaF2. We will allow it to dissolve in water and break into pieces. We'll end up with one piece of calcium, 2+, and two pieces of fluoride minus. Now we'll examine how much calcium and how much fluoride we have in the solution. Our starting amount of calcium is given to us here in the second line of this problem, and it says we have 10 milliliters of 0.1 molarity solution. Our amount of calcium that we start with is given to us in the second line. We have 10 milliliters in 0.01 molarity solution. We also have the amount of F in the third line. We have 20 milliliters in 0.001 molarity solution. It's important to remember at this point that when you mix together two solutions, the molarities will not stay the same. We'll have to adjust those molarities for the fact that we are mixing. We'll have to remember that to find the new molarity after mixing, that's equal to the old molarity times the old volume divided by the old volume plus the extra volume. Let's first do this process for calcium. The old molarity was 0.01 molarity. The old volume was 10 ml. And on the bottom, the old volume plus the extra volume is going to be 10 that we started with plus the 20 that we added. When we divide, we will get 0.00333 molarity. We'll write that underneath calcium. Now we'll do the calculation for fluoride as well. We'll have 0.001 molarity that we started with underneath fluoride, multiply by 20 milliliters, and divide by 10 plus 20 once again, the same volume. If we do that, we'll end up with 0.000667 molarity. We'll write that underneath fluoride. Now that we have our molarities, we can find a quantity called QSP. QSP will be equal to Ca raised to the first power, and we'll note that it's also 2+, times F minus raised to the second power. It looks similar to KSP, except for we are not necessarily at equilibrium. These molarities may not place us at equilibrium. Therefore, we have to note that since we don't know whether we are at equilibrium or not, we'll say QSP. We can place the molarities in each corresponding position. For calcium, we have 0.00333, and we multiply times fluoride, which is 0.000667. We'll square it, and then we'll go to a calculator. In the calculator, we'll get 1.48 times 10 to the negative 9th for our QSP. Now that we have our QSP, here are the guidelines to figure out if we make a precipitate. If QSP is greater than or equal to KSP, we will have a precipitate. However, if QSP is less than KSP, you'll have no precipitate. Let's compare this to KSP. Our KSP was 3.2 times 10 to the negative 11th. Based on the scientific notation, we can say that QSP is a little bit higher than KSP, and therefore we will say, yes, we will make a precipitate if we mix these two solutions together. You can do this for any compound as long as you know its KSP. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.